So what happens when you've got the skill, you've got the strategy, but you just don't have the capital to make it count? Today, we're going to dig into a model that's built to solve that exact problem. It's called proprietary trading, and it's all about funding real talent, not just big bank accounts. Let's break down how it all works.
Here's what we've got on tap. We'll kick things off with the classic trader's dilemma, and then get into how prop trading flips the script. We'll walk through the actual steps to getting funded, what the rewards look like, and why this is way more than just a single trade. It's a whole ecosystem.
All right, let's get right into it. We're starting with the challenge, a roadblock that pretty much every serious trader runs into at some point.
And this question, this is it. This is the big one, right? You spent countless hours, you've honed your strategy, but that fear of losing your own hard-earned money just holds you back. It forces you to play small, and your growth just stalls. It's like hitting a wall that feels impossible to get past.
But what if there was another way? You know, a model that completely changes the game, one that values what you can do way more than what you already have. Well, this is the whole idea behind prop trading. A firm puts up the capital, you bring the skill, they bring the funds. You trade their account, you prove you can make a profit, and then you split those profits. The best part? Your own personal savings are never on the line.
And really, this image sums it all up perfectly. It's a true meritocracy. Your ability to follow a disciplined strategy is what gets you in the door, not how much money you have sitting in your bank account. It's about opening up access to serious trading capital for people who've earned it.
So you're probably wondering, how does this actually work? You know, how do you go from trading a small personal account to managing a big chunk of a firm's capital? Let's walk through that path.
It's really a simple three-step process. First, you decide on the amount of capital you're aiming to trade with. Second, you prove you've got the chops in an evaluation. They call it a challenge. And third, once you pass, that's it. You get a funded account, and you start trading for a real slice of the profits.
Now, what's really interesting is just how accessible this is. That first step, choosing your capital, it ranges all the way from $5,000 up to $200,000. And that participation fee, that's a one-time thing. It's basically your ticket to audition for a much, much larger account.
Okay, so step 2, the challenge. Think of this as your tryout. It's not about hitting one lucky home run. You're trading on a demo account with very clear, strict rules. Yeah, you've got to hit profit targets, but what's even more important is managing risk. You have to stay within these drawdown limits, which means you can't lose more than a certain percentage. This is how the firms weed out the gamblers and find the truly disciplined traders. All right, now for the really good part. Let's talk about what happens after you've passed the challenge. This is where everything changes, because now you're trading with the firm's capital. You're playing with house money, and the rewards can be pretty amazing.
This is the number that makes everyone sit up and pay attention: 90%. Successful traders can keep up to 90% of the profits they generate. You do the work, you take home the lion's share of the reward. The firm takes a small cut for putting up the capital and providing all the tools.
And the potential for growth here is huge. It's not a one-and-done thing. Through scaling plans, traders who are consistently profitable can end up managing accounts as large as $400,000. Just think about applying your strategy to that kind of capital. And you know, it isn't just about the money. The entire system is built for a modern trader. We're talking fast payouts, no long, drawn-out identity checks to get started, 24/7 support, and even AI tools to help you find your edge. It's a full-on support system.
But this whole thing is about more than just your own P&L statement. The best prop firms, they don't just give you money. They build an entire ecosystem around their traders to help them grow and connect.
Yeah, just take a look at this. Outside of your own trading, you can jump into tournaments with these massive prize pools, or you could build a totally separate income stream just through referrals. It creates all these different ways to get involved and to earn.
And the support just keeps going. You can always hop on a demo account to test out a new idea without any risk. There are short courses you can take to sharpen your skills. And there's a community, so you can actually connect with other traders. Trading doesn't have to be this lonely, isolated journey.
So let's wrap this all up. We've talked about the problem, the prop trading solution, how you get there, and what the rewards look like. It really all comes down to one simple, powerful idea.
This quote, it just says it all, doesn't it? The entire model is designed to take away the single biggest hurdle, not having enough capital, and to let your skill become the real driver of your growth and your success.
And that leaves us with this final question for you. If you really believe in your strategy, if you know you've put in the work, and if you're confident that you can trade with discipline, well, isn't it time to let your skill and not just your bankroll decide how far you can go? That's really the opportunity here.